Hey YouTube, so here I am again. I just wanted to say something. I'm really tired. I just got out of work, so I just gonna make this quick video. I was supposed to go on yesterday, but I was tired yesterday from all the adventures and everything. So my cat is like sitting like literally right next to me. She's like watching me. She doesn't like me on the computer. Like she attacks my hands. Well, anyway, so this is gonna be my 5th video of my wedding series. So anyway, so my 5th video of my wedding series. So we went to the place in it was in Queens, not in Brooklyn, but in Queens. And let me tell you something. The view was amazing. Like it was beautiful view. But however, the place that you have the reception, okay, first of all, was outdated. Second of all, it smelled like gas, like pure gas, like really bad gas. And I was like, why does it smell like gas? And he's like, oh, because the place wasn't used today, and sometimes that happens. I said, but it smelled like gas, like if you lit a cigarette, it would. So it was really bad. It was really stinky. Like, I hope I could show you the video. Let me see if I could show you the video. But so yeah, so we went there. Here's the video. I don't know if you could see it. It's like a hallway. You see how tiny that place is? Like, that's it from wall to wall. Window, that's it. Like, I have a, like, for my vision, I like space. Like, I don't like tight. Like, when people are getting up to dance, they have to be like, excuse me, butt on the face, and I just don't like that. I just like space. I mean, look at the view. The view is amazing. Like, it's a lot of windows. It's beautiful. And then, when the guy said that, here am I talking?
You have 10 people seated at each table.
So apparently, they don't have a space for a sweetheart table. I mean, if you don't know what a sweetheart table is, it's the table where me and my groom will sit. So he's telling me that I have to sit with my guests on my wedding day. So I'm like, but I don't want to do that. So it's like literally legit so tiny. Like, I couldn't even stand it. So I'm talking about the sweetheart table.
How many guests you have? If you're setting 1/4, that's your minimum. Well, it's a big group, but you're not. What do you think would be like the max? Because we can't really see.
150.
Oh, okay. So you already know.
That's my fiance talking. So apparently that room space is only for 120 people at like that could sit comfortably, and we don't have 120, we have more than 120. So we were just like, it's gonna be so tight. Like, there's the bathrooms that he was just looking at. He went into the men's bathroom. Of course, he can't go into the women's. It's a pretty nice bathroom, but however, the space was so small. And then like the dance floor was like coming off of the floor, like the wood was, I don't know if it was because it was wet or something, but there was like a whole bunch of bubbles, like the floor was coming apart. And then that's the inside, like an inside area where the closet is.
Yes, it's up to you.
And then this is where you come up from upstairs from the outside part where the ceremony will be at, which was small too. I mean, I didn't video that. My fiance did not video that, but he was, you know, it was a nice, but it was pretty small to have a ceremony up there. And then he is walking to the elevator area, which I don't like because it's a hotel and people that are not a part of my wedding can pass by to see. So I don't really like that idea. And it's pretty tight. I mean, like, it's a no-go. Even my fiance was like, it's a no-go. So the guy saying that like he's done a wedding like that size, and then we were like looking at each other like it's gonna be tight.
So he's basically right now, no, basically he's in this area here by itself.
120 without the sweetheart table.
Without the yeah, so you hear what he's saying? Like it only fits 120 without the sweetheart table. So I was kind of like, so we're counting how many chairs per table fits. Like in the first place that we looked at, it was 10 per table, but their shape of the table was nicer. Like it was like a semi-oval, so the table goes like that in front of a window. So I feel like it's more space. So that's the end of that video. He's just looking around again, and that's it. So yeah, so that place is a no-go. So on Saturday, I'm gonna be going to my first place, and we're going to do contract, and we're going to put the deposit down, our first deposit. Yeah, so I'm excited. You know, that place was really tiny. I was like, oh good, and then it smelled like gas. And then on top of that, he wanted to charge, what was it, $150 per person. We were like, are you serious? And then they give us less food than what we had. But the only good thing about it was the view, and also like the package. It comes with a free, no, it's not free, but a complimentary honeymoon suite in the hotel. And the good thing about that place too is that it's a hotel, so like our guests can have free range of any room that we want. Like we can rent like a whole floor, and the family can just stay in the whole floor. But he said that we have to work out a deal with the hotel too. So I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good idea, but I mean, I don't like the space. It's absolutely ridiculously small. And even the guy said it, like, for our number of guests, it's like, you'll be cramped, but you won't feel, they won't fit comfortably. Oh, and he also said, for the ceremony, that some of the people can sit down and some of the people can stand up. We were looking at each other like, nobody's going to be standing up at our wedding. It's supposed to be only me, him, bridesmaids, groomsmen, and the pastor who's marrying us. So he was like, yeah, some people can stand up because it's not gonna fit the number of people in your wedding. And I'm like, no. And then on top of that, like, yes, the other day when my fiance made the appointment, he spoke to a lady, and she said, oh yeah, I'll be there and I'll meet you and blah blah blah. Just call, look for, when you go in the front desk, call her, ask them to call me, and I'll meet you down in the lobby and stuff. So when we get there, she wasn't even there. Like, her coworker was there. He was like, oh yeah, she's not here today. I don't know why she told you to come in today, but she wasn't here all day today. So we were looking at her like, but she told us to be here. But then, so then he showed her to us. So at least we were able to see it, and I'm glad that we saw it so we can say that, nope, that's not a place either. So it looks like we're looking into that first place. Like, there's no other thing. So we were like, you know what, let's just do it, because all the other places were either too expensive or too small. Like, they're too small. And I told him I don't want to feel like I'm marrying in the hallway. Like, I don't want to feel cramped. Like, at least the other space, like my first pick, the first pick had space just for the ceremony, and it's a big space. Then you have a space for the cocktail hour, which is a big space. Then you have a space for the reception, which is a big space. Then you have a place where you can get dressed. I can get dressed. He can get dressed. It's like a production. I like that production feeling. And I like to be like, oh, it's a wedding. I don't want to be like, oh, what is this, a wedding, party, graduation? I mean, that space that we saw yesterday was basically for like, oh, sorry, it's my music. Copyrighted. But, yeah, so I don't think, it's gonna be our spot. I think, like, the first one is gonna be our spot, and I'm excited. And then on that day, my mom is gonna come with me to see the place for the first time, and I'm excited for that. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I gotta say. And I don't think that we're going to see any other places. I think we're done. It's in my favor. And he's like, at least we tried to look for some place. But I'm like, it's not even cheaper. It's more expensive. You wanted to look for a place that was cheaper, but it's more expensive. Like, we are going to be paying $105 per person per person for the first place. And the second place is $125. Third place that we call on the... No, not $125. No, we had to rent our own caterer. The apartment one, we had to rent our own caterer. Like, we had to bring our own caterer, which is like probably like $4,000 or $5,000 right there for food. And then On top of that, rent everything out the wazoo, from tablecloths to napkins to chairs to spoons to forks to knives. All that stuff we have to rent. So that adds up. So that place was that was a little crazy too. And then we called that other place that we couldn't see, and it was $120 per person. That's just for the reception part. But if we wanted a cocktail hour, which we do, it's $15 extra per person. So it's $125 plus $115 is like what, $140 something per person. So that was out of the question. And then this one wanted $150 off the bat. We were like, it's okay, you know. But we got his information. He wrote down everything. He took our information, but we threw out all his stuff because we were like, forget it. We were frustrated. Like, we were like, the first place is the cheapest way. And I kept telling my fiance, but like I said in the first video, I have to be supported. Ooh, watermelon. Yeah, so. Oh, it's juicy. It came out my mouth. Yeah, so. I will talk to you guys later. I'll make a video on Saturday after we go to the place. My mom sees it for the first time. It's just gonna be me and my mom. My fiance will be busy working. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.